What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on my brother's 5th gen 4Runner. Lately, this tailgate has been giving him an issue, and after looking it up, it seems like this is a common issue. So the things that we're going to be talking about and repairing in this video is the keyhole, the switch mechanism for the latch, and then the latch mechanism. With the new cars, you tend to get spoiled having the keyless entry. Don't forget about your keyholes. When we first got this car, we had a hard time where we'd put the key in and it would not want to spin, but now we got it spinning, right? A good way / preventative maintenance to maintain this thing, grab yourself maybe some like WD-40 or silicone spray, and then with the nozzle, go ahead and go into the keyhole like that. Give it a spray. Take your car key, and don't go crazy on it. If it's giving you a lot of tension, don't go ham, because you can break the key inside this keyhole. Just go back and forth until you can get it unleashed. If you can't, then you might need a new keyhole. Another reason you don't want to lose this keyhole with these 4Runners, what's cool if you didn't know this about your car, if you hold it, let's see, I think down this way, you can open your rear glass. And you can close it. You just got to Costco from a long day of work, got a cart full of groceries, you come up to your 4Runner, you go to press this latch after unlocking it and it's not doing anything. Let me show you some troubleshooting tips before we get to changing these parts. So you're stuck in the Costco parking lot. The first thing you can do, obviously you tried a whole bunch. If it's not working, you're not hearing the mechanism in there, let's go over to the driver door handle. And what we can do, and this has worked for us in the past, is lock, unlock, do it a couple times. Maybe that'll loosen things up. If that still doesn't work, you can try your key just for the heck of it. Nothing. For some reason, you really need to get your tailgate open and your door latch mechanism isn't working. What you can do, and we already have this panel off. You don't have to get the panel off for an emergency situation, but get the panel off. It's just rivets all around, so you just start peeling at it and popping it off. But if you really need to get your door open, what you can do is in your door panel, there's this opening right here. To open it, you just pry it back, pull it open, and you can kind of see how it looks. Once you pull that open, you're going to need to get inside, and then there's a weather stripping like plastic sheet right here. Just peel this back, and then this right here is your door latch. There's a piece of plastic, and this is kind of a hard angle, so I'm going to show you on the new part. This is sitting, imagine this is sitting like that right now, right? So the part that you see on the inside, you're seeing this corner piece right here. What you're going to do is you're going to reach in from this side, and you're going to go ahead and take this part off. There we go. And once you have that part off inside of the door, push this in, and that should open the door latch, and you should be able to get your door open. So now let's get back to replacing the door latch. To do that, like I said, to remove this plastic panel, just take like a pry tool or something. Just go ahead from the inside, and you can kind of see in reference where the holes are for the rivets. Just pop them off. Once you pop them off, you're going to have some connectors over here. These are for your interior lighting. Just push. You can just push them in, pull them out, and then you can just push them in and pull them out. Once you get all that out, then you have access to this area. And while you're back here, if you want to put some cool speakers, my brother just installed these in here. Sounds pretty dope. We'll go ahead and insert a link in the description for these. Actually, all the parts that we're using today is from Amazon. So after you remove this panel, the next thing we're going to do is get this door latch out. And to do that, so just imagine this piece of plastic was already installed. This was kind of a pain to remove, so this will give you a hard time. Just keep that in mind. To get this off, you're going to come in with some sort of pry tool or a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and then just pry it out. And then once it comes out, you should be able to pop it off, and then you can kind of see for reference how these look. So the metal lip goes on the inside of these two plastic brackets. All right, so once you get this plastic piece off, I want you to notice how corroded this door latch is, and that's probably what caused our failure. So it was about time for it to go. But yeah, we get the plastic piece off. There's 3 10mm bolts holding it down. Take those things off really slowly in case they're rusted. You don't want to strip them out. Next thing you want to do, there's a plastic, I already pushed it through, but there's 2 plastic tabs right here that were holding it tight to this door. You just push on these, push it through. Once it's through, it's loose. And then remember, I talked about removing this weathering strip right here. This is just like a water protection guard. Now you have access to it. Now to get the connector disconnected for the door latch, there's a rubber grommet right here that I push through. Just push it through the door. Be careful, this metal is sharp, so wear some gloves. Don't be like me. And then for the connector, there's a tab where it's holding into the door. Just pop it out, get yourself a rivet removal tool or a flathead of some sort. Now to remove the connector, we just press on this tab, pull it out. There we go. And our door latch, you can see how bad it was. Also, one more thing before you pull this out, I forgot to mention, there's a tab right here that's connected to this line. Just push that out and this should be free. All right, so now with this new door latch, let's go ahead and fish it in. Get the connector through. Get the grommet seated. Get this connector and push the tab in. All right. Let's test it out to see if we can hear anything. Much wider too. Here, let's get the mic up to it. There you go. All right, so when we're installing this, the bottom lip of the metal, you want to feed it through the metal, and then I have my back on top of it here. I'm pushing down on the backing plastic piece, just like that. You always want to thread bolts by hand. All right. I'll grab my Ugga Dugga tool. And give it a nice little tight and tight. There we go. Let's see if it works. All right. Next thing we want to do is we're going to replace the switch since we're already there. Here's a new one off Amazon. You can see the rubber around the switch is all good compared to the rubber on this one. If you come up here, you can see the rubber is all cracked and it's just weathering away. You can see there's two Phillips head screws, but obviously it's at a weird angle. We can't get to them. We're going to remove this whole assembly, and to remove it, it's really not that bad. To remove that panel, it's going to take 4 10mm nuts plus the 2 10 mils for the keyhole. So let's go ahead and get those removed. So things didn't go as planned, but it is 4 screws. This is the bezel that goes up top, and here's the switch. So because these were rotted out, I was only able to recover 2 screws. So there's 1, 2, and then 3, 4 are what broke, and then there's 3 rivets. There's 1 rivet right here, 1 rivet right here, and 1 rivet right there. And this is the only one that held its place. All right, once you get all the screws and rivets off, there's only 1 plug that you need to remove, but you need to push it through the grommet, or push the grommet through the metal, and you just push it right through. Again, wear some gloves, don't cut yourself, but it's like that. Anyways, these bezels can be purchased online. You could probably find something on Amazon and link it in the description. Go easy when you're taking these apart. I know I'm using impact. So once you remove the 2 Phillips screws, we're going to go ahead and remove this whole plastic assembly out. And to remove that, there's 2 tabs. This one's broken off, but you can see this one's still good. To remove this, you just push on the tab right here. Once you push it, you should be able to shimmy this off like that. And just for reference, you can see what I mean by the tab. So you just push on that, and then you should be able to pull it out. We could fish this out. And to undo the connector, it's been a little stubborn. Whatever, I'm just gonna break that tab off.
Okay, good. It's got the top. Nice pull.
Alright. Whew, look at that.
Yeah, that's why it's stuck on there.
That's why it wasn't coming out. Grab ourselves some needle nose pliers maybe.
Perfect.
Alright. Fish this wire through. Alright, and then to install it, I'm just gonna go ahead and connect it. Go. Run this wire through there. Fish that tab through there. Alright. And then I'm going to do a mock-up install just because we want to JB weld some tabs back in. But to install it, we're going to go over the top of the door. Obviously, you're going to, with your screws right here, you're going to fish them through the holes nice and carefully. This one goes on the left side. Ooh. All right, once we get it all connected, can you hear that? Yep, works. And to get everything installed, same thing. Secure your 10 mils, pop your rivets through, connect your connectors, put your weathering strip back. This should really stick. And then grab your panel. Don't forget to connect them over here to your lights, these two connectors, and then line up the rivets with the holes and just give them a couple nice little whacks until they pop in, and we should be good to go. And that, guys, is how we fix the door latch problem on your 5th gen Toyota 4Runner. One more little bonus tip, and I'm pretty sure this was a contributor to the corrosion that happened on the inside of this door panel. This weathering strip right here, if you get up close to it, you can see that the plastic and the rubber is starting to rot out. You can see the rubber right here where it kind of broke down. I'm pretty sure this is what's causing moisture to get inside the panel. So we're going to go ahead and remove this. And to remove this, it'll probably be easier once we have this glass open. Open the glass and just pop this off. And then we'll go ahead and insert a link in the description down below to a new one. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It motivates us to do more of this kind of content. So with that being said, see you in the next one.